Donald Trump is dangerous. JD Vance is weird. Together, they are running a sloppy campaign that is currently falling apart on the national stage in front of our eyes, and I'm about to explain to you guys exactly why Donald Trump is panicking as his campaign slips in the polls, as his opponent raises historic amounts of money, and as him and JD Vance struggled to find their footing when attacking VP Harris. But first, watch this clip of JD Vance and tell me that this sign falling off his podium isn't the perfect metaphor for his entry into the race as VP. Just a total mess, everything falling apart.
Now I brought you all here for a big announcement, and I guess it's time that I actually get on to making the announcement part. What is it? Well,
his stage presence is so incredibly awkward. At least Donald Trump would have been screaming about radical leftists while this was happening. It's just so awkward.
Thank you, sir.
Is this guy just going to stand here for the rest of the rally and hold the sign up while JD Vance speaks? It's such an awkward situation. And it further proves that JD Vance has no stage presence, he's incredibly awkward, and that Donald Trump likely regrets picking him, which we have heard reports of. So I want to play for you some clips of VP Harris's rally today in Atlanta, Georgia, and then some clips of JD Vance's rally in Nevada, and just show you the difference between these candidates, show you the difference between the tickets, because I think that is the best way to just get a vibe of the candidates. Since most voters in America want to vote based off of vibes and not policy, let's check out the vibes of our two candidates. Let's see which candidate is incredibly weird and which candidate is normal and energetic. First, let's just break down why Trump is likely panicking really quickly. Kamala Harris wipes out Trump's swing state lead in election dead heat. The VP is polling better than Biden was before he dropped out, according to the latest Bloomberg News Morning Consult survey. Kamala Harris has wiped out Donald Trump's lead across 7 battleground states as the VP rides a wave of enthusiasm among young, Black, and Hispanic voters, according to the latest Bloomberg News Morning Consult poll. And that actually perfectly ties into this article about Team Trump panicking that Trump's attacks on Kamala Harris will backfire on them because it could alienate Latino, Black voters in America. Republicans are developing lines of attack against VP Harris. Many anti-Trump worry that those on their side, including Trump himself, will make disparaging comments about Harris's identity, alienating key voters. At the same time that all of this is happening, JD Vance is flopping on the national stage, and Harris's campaign has had a historic first week. Remember, we are only about a week in. She launched last Monday, and it is Tuesday. She's raised $200 million based off of just grassroots donations, people like you and I, 170,000 new volunteers, 2,300 events in battleground states, and 2.9 million TikTok followers. Let's break down some of their actual events. This is JD Vance just being incredibly awkward on stage. He is not beating the awkwardness allegations. He is so incredibly weird. Just watch.
The green new scam. And when you fill up your car at the gas pump, maybe we should all just send Kamala Harris the bill. Is that? I don't think she'd pay it, but we have to try. That's right. Make no mistake.
These long pauses that he does on stage are so awkward. He did the same thing at the RNC where he just pauses for a while and lets people react without jumping in and actually continuing your speech. Now let's compare this to VP Harris, who's incredibly energetic and challenged Donald Trump to a debate which is going viral on Twitter. She is ready to throw down and debate Donald Trump. Take a look.
So the momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it. You may have noticed. So last week, you may have seen, he pulled out of the debate in September he had previously agreed to. So here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about that. So he won't debate, but he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say about me. And by the way, don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird? Well, Donald, you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. if you got something to say it to my face.
Beautiful moment right there. The crowd is going wild, as they should. Donald Trump is a complete coward, and VP Harris just called his bluff. I mean, again, if we just take a step back, the point of this video is to highlight the vibe between the two candidates. I mean, we already know which ticket is better on policy. We already know. We talk about it on this show all the time. But what do the vibes of the candidates look like? Let's go back over here to JD Vance calling VP Harris wacky. Look at this lady in the back with her American flag bow.
We don't want a wacky San Francisco liberal serving as commander-in-chief. We don't want Kamala Harris.
So powerful, so tough. Here is JD Vance completely projecting and saying he thinks they might give Kamala Harris the boot in a few weeks or kick her out of the campaign, when it's funny because the rumors are JD Vance is the one who might be replaced.
And the Democratic bosses, without Democratic voters casting a single vote, have installed Kamala as their new nominee, or at least they're trying to. We'll see if they maybe give her the boot in a few.
They're not going to. I mean, Chuck Schumer, a high-ranking Democrat, was the one that said that Donald Trump is reportedly thinking about replacing JD Vance because his launch has just been so disastrous. His launch into the world has nearly single-handedly tanked the Trump campaign. Let's watch one more clip of VP Harris.
So here is my pledge to you. As president, I will bring back the border security bill that Donald Trump killed, and I will sign it into law and show Donald Trump what real leadership looks like.
Just some amazing clips from VP Harris, and I'm sure you guys can see why Donald Trump is currently panicking. I mean, after everything we've gone through, all of the money raised, all of the volunteers, all of the new followers, all of the swing state polling showing that Kamala Harris is rapidly gaining ground, is leaving Donald Trump panicking, and honestly, the entire campaign is falling apart. The entire Donald Trump campaign, from top down, is currently a mess, a disaster. It is on fire, and they are panicking. And I think that if we keep working, if we stay on the offensive and we call them weird, we keep hammering everything home, then we will bring it home this November. We just have to stay together in this community that we have built. Make sure you leave a like on this video, comment a blue heart, hit that subscribe button. We're building a great community on this channel where we laugh together, cry together, cheer together, panic together throughout this election cycle. No matter what happens, we are all here as a community, so make sure you join and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.